If you've been to a boys' school, you'll know what I'm saying. There's always this bully, and he picks on the defenseless and he mercilessly hurts him. You grow up in boys' schools like that. I thought of a little bit of that as I followed this test match. India didn't pick on the West Indies, they were offered the West Indies. So it's not that India, like the bully, said, you come here. No, India were offered the West Indies, but India treated the West Indies pretty much like a bully plays around with lesser teams. And it pains me to say that, anybody who's seen the West Indies in their pomp, but that's a very old story. We've been talking about the West Indies in their pomp for 15, 20 years now. So let's forget about all that. The West Indies were very, very disappointing. Kima Roach didn't play, Jason Holder didn't play, their replacements were very short, the batsmen want to hit a shot every ball, there really was no opposition. So how do we view this from India's perspective? The big plus was Prithvi Shaw, got 100 on debut. We don't know if he's going to become the next big rock star in Indian cricket, but anybody who starts like that, geez, it's a good way to start life. So what were the other pluses for India? I think there were a few players who needed an England detox. When Pujara bats the way he does, you just want to watch Pujara because there's something about him. He comes down the spinners, plays through the offside. He's actually a very pretty stroke player, is Pujara. I think that 86 would disappoint him because he's someone who goes on to get big hundreds, but would have made him feel a little good. Pujara is back again. But the two players who needed the detox the most, they got 12 wickets in this test match. Ashwin, after that great test match in Edgbaston, just tapered off a little bit, then picked up that injury, hadn't bowled a lot. So I was very keen to see how Ashwin bowled rather than how many wickets he got, because it was inevitable that he will take wickets in these conditions. And I think there were moments when you liked what you saw with Ashwin. So Ashwin was a plus, and Kuldeep Yadav. Again, remember, someone who made his debut in the wrong test in England at Lord's, but someone who's also coming to terms with the different kinds of cricket he's playing. He's a very rare kind of cricketer, remember. And so one day he's playing with a white ball with a small seam. One day he's playing with a dark red ball with a pronounced hand-stitched seam. One day he's playing with an SG ball. It will take him time for the kind of game, that kind of player that he is. But for him to pick up 6 wickets will fill him with confidence. So those I thought were the big pluses. Who else? Ravindra Jadeja, clearly in the calculations of the Indian team, is now above Ravichandran Ashwin as a batsman, and I hope that spurs Ashwin on, because I have a lot of time for Ashwin the batsman. But Jadeja has gone and scored 100. You don't remember that 100 very much because the game was set up, but you never belittle centuries. Jadeja had to get there, show that he can build innings. I think it helps Jadeja enormously that he bats at number 4, number 5 for Saurashtra. I've always felt you must bat at 2 numbers ahead for your first class side than you would wish to bat for your country. And so Jadeja was a plus. In these conditions, he will always take wickets. I'm not worried about the fact that he picked up 4. He could easily pick up 8 or 9 in his next test match. So I think Jadeja was the plus. Rishabh Pant, the more he plays, it's like a pilot. The more you fly, the better you get. The more Pant plays with this Indian side, the more comfortable he will feel in the surrounds. But he's one of the 2 worries that emerged from this test match. Pant as a keeper is very, very much a work in progress. Pant, the batsman, cannot blind us to Pant the keeper. And I was delighted, but I was very happy that he went to that old wicket-keeping professor, Kiran More, and learned from him the art of doing the simple things, because what Rishabh Pant has to do is to perfect the simple things, and if he can do that, wow, what a prospect we've got, because he's a batsman of rare quality. So it's a bit of a worry with Pant the keeper, no worries with Pant the batsman, and a little worry with KL Rahul. I've said that so many times in these blogs. I have a lot of time for Rahul the batsman. He's just got to find a way to score runs just now, and I'll be very surprised if he's not going out to open the batting in the second test match. He's just one innings, he's just had a century in his last test match, so I'm looking forward to Rahul scoring runs. So that was India's review from this test match. Is there one name we didn't take? No, we didn't. Virat Kohli got 100, isn't it? He got his 24th 100. He's the second quickest to get to 24 hundreds. But you know, sometimes we used to talk in Hyderabad, my parents used to talk to us as well, about the kite, the patang that flies in the air and gets the upar ki hawa. It starts to acquire a momentum of its own. You don't have to fly the kite at that level. The kite flies itself. Virat Kohli is a kite that's flying itself at the moment, and the hundreds will just come. It came as absolutely no surprise to me that Virat Kohli scored 100. Number 24. 25 will be round the corner. Don't think about Virat Kohli. 1-0, looking forward to 2-0 in the next test match.